Hey guys, it's Coach B. Wiley with a new video for you today. Now, a lot of ladies seem to be in denial and even delusional when it comes to desperate and what being desperate looks like. And so if you know a single young lady, or if you're watching this, you're single, you've been in so many situationships or dead in dating relationships, this message is for you. You'll know it when you're desperate, when you're the one that's always initiating conversation. Like, the man's job is to hunt the woman, not hunt like, of course not. But the man is the hunter, and his job is to pursue. But a lot of women these days, because we get a little anxious, we get a little bored, we get a little lonely, and we're like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to happen? So that when a guy does approach us, we'll tend to over communicate, double text, send sexy pictures that are unwarranted, hop on social media and show ourselves off as if we're living our best life when really we're at home crying in a corner. So if this sounds familiar, ladies, I'm going to let you know right now. It is okay to be single. I've said it before. I said it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. Number one, it's okay. Remember, it's okay to take a pause for the cause. That's healthy. And a pause for the cause, check out another video. I've already explained what a pause for the cause is, but it's basically taking a pause between relationships and being single and living your best life, okay? What isn't okay is for you to meet a guy, and then the guy, you have a conversation, and then you end up asking him when he's going to ask you out. I literally had a young lady of mine who screenshotted me some things, and she had met this guy. He seemed interested, but it had been a week or so, and he simply was not asking her out. So what did she do? She got anxious, she got in a hurry, and she ended up asking him when he was going to ask her out. Well, now that gives all the man all the power, and he now understands that, oh, you're thirsty. You ain't got no other prospects sniffing around. So what did he do? He blew her off. He gave her some weird excuse, and he literally blew her off. And then even after the excuse he gave her as to why he couldn't go on the date, he still didn't ask her out afterwards. So if you feel yourself in a situation and you want to go out with the guy that you just met recently, however, he is acting like he's interested, but he's not putting his foot on the gas and going with you and asking to date you, it means he doesn't want to date you. It means he wants to use you, to text you, to use you as a filler, maybe to come over to the house, to do a house call. I talk about that in my book, Hello, My Name is Single. When you're first meeting a guy and he's like, oh, can I come over there? Can you come over here and I'll cook for you? We don't do house calls. So if you find yourself doing a house call, don't do that. It's dangerous. Stay out in public. But for those of you who are crowning yourself as these queens and these bad bees, and you would never do this and you won't do that and you won't accept this, yet you continue to settle and be single, I need for you to stop talking and realize that you're desperate. How do I recognize it? How do I know the signs? Like I've said a million times before, years ago, I was super duper desperate, and I would initiate conversations. I would over communicate. I would basically beg a guy to hang out with me, not even spend no money on a date. No, can you just come over and be with me because I'm so thirsty? So don't be like that. Know who you are. Do your 3 S's: self-care, self-development, self-reliance. I talk about that all the time. Take your pause for the cause. Working yourself from the inside out. Be the best representation of yourself. Because if you're not willing to be the best I can't even say the word, the best representation of yourself, then you will attract all that stuff you're supposed to be working on within self. You're going to attract that in the man. All that stuff you don't like about yourself, you're going to attract that. So if you're overweight and you know you need to lose weight, you're going to attract a bigger breed of man. And there's nothing wrong with plus size people. Of course not. I'm just saying, if you know that in your core, being 30 pounds overweight isn't who you are at your core, it don't feel good, it don't look good, the health report is bad, then you want to do something about it, but you're dragging your feet on it, and all you're doing is complaining about it, you're gonna attract that. If you know that you're sick of attracting guys who just want to sleep with you, yet you continue to entertain that kind of guy, that's what you're going to attract. Only it won't stop. The nonsense won't stop. Now, there's going to be some foolery up and through there, but you have to be wise. Like, once you're in this pause and you're realizing the adjustments you need to make as a desperate single lady, only then, when you get yourself together and you do the 3 S's and you take that pause and you work on yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, only then will you then change you, and then you become the change you want to see. And then you start to attract a different kind of guy. Trust me. I used to be notorious for attracting entertaining guys who did not want a relationship or would be with me, dating me for years, but refused to give me that title of girlfriend, or would invite me to their family reunions. I'd have met the whole family. And I'm talking about this done happened on multiple occasions. I'd have met the whole family, from mama, grandmama, kids, nieces. I'm at the cookout. But yeah, you not my girlfriend because you ain't worthy, sis. Yeah, I done been there and done that. That's why I'm telling you, take the pause for the cause and realize what you're doing wrong, because you play a part in why you attract what you attract. And it's a part of you that's wanting them. And so you got to cut it. You got to cut it off and do better. Only then you're going to continue to be delusional about your desperation. And we don't want you to do that. We want you to come direct about your desperation and do something about it. Actively make a change within self so that you can begin to attract a better kind of guy. So if you made it this far, it's been a couple, like 6 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys' support. If you have a friend that needs to watch this, a family member or coworker, feel free to share it. If you're still here, if you have not subscribed, feel free to do that too. I'm Coach B. Wiley, Coach B. Wiley, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. If you ever have any questions for me, I do an Ask B. Wiley segment. I answer your questions that you ask me. You remain anonymous. If you'd like to do that, feel free to just drop a question here, hit me in the DMs or inbox, and I will be glad to assist you. Again, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later.